The millionaires and billionaires across the globe are now seriously considering Dubai not only to set up a shop but also to be a part of Dubai's lifestyle today. And there is a shift in trend. The townhouses and villas are going to take a backseat.
Do you think that maybe they should invest in Saudi now?
The number of options and the broadband spectrum that an investor gets in Dubai is yet to come in Saudi. The basic criteria is the retention of value over time, 6 to 8 years down the line.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Brick Buzz. So today we're going to talk about what are the predictions of 2024.
Actually, thank you, Bernie. We're going to talk about a lot what we see happening in 2024, what 2024 has in stock for us, the
Correct.
remaining 3 quarters. I think Fab is midway.
Yeah,
So 1.5
already.
months already gone in 2024.
That's
Time
correct.
is really on a
Moving
fast
fast.
pace, moving
Yeah.
fast these days. Okay, so let's start with what are the predictions. So 2024, I think the predictions as per my understanding are that the residential prices are still to rise by 5 to 7%. The transactions that we saw closing in 2023 and the first month, they rose up by 33.8%, which is a substantial jump from the last year. And with the influx of population that's coming, and that coupled with the new visa regulations, which I'm sure you are aware of, that previously it was 2 million dirhams, you get a golden visa.
Correct.
But from that 2 million dirhams, you have to make a payment of at least 50%. That means 1 million dirhams you have to pay in order to be able to encash on that golden visa immediately. Now, the regulations have been altered slightly in the benefit of the general population. And now, if you book a property which is 2 million and above, and you make the down payment, and you have the paperwork to prove that, as long as you have done that, you're eligible to get a golden visa on priority. So that's the new regulation. Based on this, I think there'll be a lot of more people investing in property, investing in real estate to avail that opportunity. A lot of people who are already here and who consider Dubai to be home for at least next 10 to 15 years, they're going to definitely consider this point.
Okay, so now we don't have to pay the 50%, we just have to pay a down payment.
You have to make a down payment. You have to get the paperwork for that down payment. You have to pay 4% land department fee, get your akud registered, and based on that akud, you can apply for the golden visa.
Not bad.
It's actually very good. I think, now with a lot of stress that's been coming from Saudi market, because Saudi market is really picking up. There are a lot of changes in Riyadh as far as the investments are concerned, and they are really making efforts to expedite the foreign investments and to attract foreign nationals to actually live in Saudi and make it their home for a longer period of time. I was reading in the news the other day that there is around $1.3 trillion worth of investment that is coming to this region, the entire region, $1.3 trillion, out of which approximately 63 to 64% of the investment is going towards Saudi.
Okay.
Which is a significant chunk. 28% of that is fixed for Dubai. So we will get 1/3 of what the Saudis is going to get. But again, consider SA. SA is a huge market. There are projects and they are coming up with newer things, the Neom city and everything, but it is going to take time. Dubai, the infrastructure is already set. The pattern is already made. The blueprint already exists, and they're just going to improve upon it. And there are a lot more things that are coming to in Dubai. So I think even with that 28%, it is going to be of significant value. The second point is if the investment is coming in this region, that means the whole region will become more stable. Stability in the entire region is always good. If in your neighborhood there's going to be trouble, it is ultimately going to affect you.
Correct.
And if there's stability in the entire neighborhood, that is further going to augment the mindset of people to come here, invest, live, consider this as their home. That's it.
So I would like to ask you, from an investor's point of view, like, do you think that maybe they should invest in Saudi now, or like 3 years down the lane when, you know, Saudi is developed and stable enough, like, you know, because Dubai is already stable. And as you said, they already have like their blueprint and everything made, but Saudi is developing by the time. So do you think they should invest now in Saudi, or like, you know, later?
It's a very intelligent question. As far as the stability is concerned, I think Saudi is very, very stable. However, from the investment perspective, now the number of options and the broadband spectrum that an investor gets in Dubai today is yet to come in Saudi.
Okay.
So if I have an investor that's coming to me today that asks him, I want to invest today, should I consider Saudi? I said, yes, for sure you should consider Saudi, with a certain amount of deferred consideration for a couple of years, like 1 year, 2 years, 3 years down the line. As of now, today, the amount of investment that is coming to Dubai because of the projects that are being prevalent. Now, consider this, that majority of the millionaires and billionaires across the globe are now seriously considering Dubai, not only to set up a shop, but also to come here, live, be a part of Dubai's lifestyle today. It's not just about investment, but it's about you being a part of a certain lifestyle. The security, the safety, the infrastructure, the ease to operate your businesses, the ease with which you can transact for certain things. That ease is much better in Dubai today. In future, definitely Saudi is going to come up and is coming up as we speak right now. But as far as the mature market is concerned, this is where the investment needs to be driven today. Moving to another point that I was referring to the newspaper, what's happening. One thing also you need to consider. I was reading it in Khaleej Times that the global GDP that was fixed was around 2.7%. Now, these factors are very important when you talk to your investors and when you talk to the people who know this game and who know these numbers. So, a global GDP was supposed to be fixed at 2.7%, which was later on revised to 2%. Now, for Dubai, do you know how much it was revised for? 4%. Wow. So, as considered to rest of the world, where it is oscillating between, for a developed nation, for people and for nations which are progressing at a faster pace, it's around 2.1 to 2.7, whereas for Dubai it's 4.1, to be very exact. So that should give you a lot of insight into the way Dubai is progressing forward. Based on these numbers, when people speculate, there's going to be a downturn in 2024. There is going to be a number of properties which are going to go tops up and they will not have sustainability and there's a lot of oversupply. I say, give me the numbers to prove it. So whenever we talk about real estate, it's not just real estate in isolation. It's all those factors which govern the economy in general and in specific, and we need to take inputs and derive our inputs from those numbers and then make and calculated assessment of the situation. My take on this is that yes, there are going to be certain areas which are going to be hit. For example, I think 2024 there is more emphasis on the apartments again.
Correct.
You see all the new projects coming up. Benghazi has launched a couple of multi-billion-dollar projects huge projects. The latest one was the Mercedes-Benz tower that is coming up, right? So all those projects, and then Dimac came up with some very nice projects on Sheikh Zayed Road. So all those mega projects indicate. Nakheel came up with some very huge projects. So all that indicates that there is an influx and there is a shift in trend towards the apartments. And for now, the townhouses and villas are going to take a back seat. In the last programs, we also discussed that there are 500 plus green companies that are coming to Dubai, and they are going to set up their base of operations. The base of operation, not just a branch, not just something on the side, but the base of operations in Dubai and UAE. That means that the need and requirement for grade A buildings is going to go up for commercial. So I think till 2026, Dubai real estate market is going to be on a bullish trend. And we need to, when we are guiding our investors, we need to identify opportunities. Like, I'll give you an example. What was the average price of one bedroom in JVC? Around 650 to 700.
Yeah, max
80,
800.
Max 800.
Correct.
What was the price of a 2-bedroom?
In JVC?
In JVC. A year back, it's 1.1, 990 to 1.1, 1.2.
1 million.
Now, 1 bedroom is going for 1.2 to 1.4, 1.5, and a 2-bedroom is going from anything between 1.6 to 1.9.
Correct.
So that has been the trend now. So within those opportunities, within those trends, you need to find out sustainable trends that you can follow.
Okay.
And pick and choose projects that are going to retain their value over a period of time. The basic criteria, in my opinion, is the retention of value over time, 6 to 8 years down the line, 10 years down the line, whether that apartment, that villa, that project, that sub-community, that master community is going to retain its value, or it's going to go down or slide up.
Okay. What would you have to say about currently a lot of global investors are looking to invest into Ras Al Khaimah because of the new casino coming up, and if you see a lot of people are talking about that right now for 2024?
You see, Ras Al Khaimah, if you take the Win project out, because Win, the Marjan Island project, the entire project is 3.9 billion US dollars. It's a mega, super duper mega project.
Correct.
3.9 billion dollars is a substantial amount. I know countries whose economies are lesser than that. Now, considering that there is going to be an upturn, there are going to be a lot of projects coming to Ras Al Khaimah, but you need to have a long-term plan, because a lot of investors, if they are impatient, if they're going to invest, and then this casino is not going to be in isolation in Ras Al Khaimah. You have to consider that Dubai is going to follow suit. There's already MGM and other brands that are now coming, and there are plans in motion that they will come to Dubai. So do you think when they come to Dubai, and the price point right now in Ras Al Khaimah, you have the stats in front of you, and I'm sure you have gone through those stats. According to my understanding, the price point has jumped from 900 or 800 dirham per square feet to around 1400 to around 2800 dirham per square feet for mega projects.
Correct.
So now 2800 dirham per square feet, you're considering at a place where a casino will come, and then the infrastructure will be there. It's just going to be one casino and that infrastructure around it. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Correct.
So until unless they have more sustainable things to surround that, it's still going to be, I will still choose Dubai, because for that price point you can get a grade A apartment building here which can again go on Airbnb, which is going to be the prime target of those projects which are offering one bedroom for 1.4 to 1.6 million.
They're looking to turn it mostly into holiday homes.
Into holiday homes. Yeah. Yes, exactly. They're considering it that people who are going to come for the casino or who are going to spend the time there, they are, in addition to those hotels, are going to stay in these Airbnbs, right? Okay, which is perfectly fine. But consider the same infrastructure if being developed in islands or around Dubai. For the same price point, where would you consider? Dubai or Ras Al Khaimah?
Dubai.
Exactly. So if you're looking for a longer perspective, when Dubai is also having a couple of maybe down the line, couple of casinos, couple of things that are coming up, entertainment respective, they are coming in Dubai. So you'll have to do your own comparison. And basically, it's not the investment strategy I'm more concerned about, it's the exit strategy that you want for yourself. So investment in Ras Al Khaimah is very wise, but it depends on when you want to and when you would like to exit from that investment. And if it's a short-term investment that you'll say, okay, I'm going to invest, and in a couple of years I'm going to retract my investment from there, then I would still consider Dubai to be a better option as far as the exit strategy is concerned. But you see, there are two aspects to it, and I consider it from the perspective of eyesight and mindsight. So eyesight is all that you can see, and you base your judgment on what you see happening around you, and you're influenced by that, your surrounding. And mindsight is when you take into account a larger picture, bigger picture, and that is infused with data from all the surrounding inputs that you're getting. So my eyesight is telling me, and even my mindsight to a certain degree, that yes, Ras Al Khaimah is a very viable option to invest, provided you have a longer term of exit strategy. But as far as sustainable short-term, mid-term, long-term exit strategy and investment, and then making that investment work for you in more optimistic way, I would say choose Dubai. Look at the projects that are being launched here as well. So now, in addition to just address hotels or by MR, you have other brands that are coming up very fast with that quality of product, which is going to develop the whole city, raise the image of the whole city. There's not going to be just one iconic building in Dubai. There are going to be a number of iconic buildings in Dubai. And right now, if you get a piece of that pie of being a part of any one of those iconic projects, because they are not going to be replicated.
Correct.
So it's not going to be 10 different towers of Mercedes-Benz or Bugatti residences, 10 different towers, right? There's going to be one tower here for Mercedes, there's going to be one tower for Bugatti residence, and that's how it's going to work. So those factors should be considered, and if you are going to invest based on those factors, then your unique USP of that project will actually ensure that your investments are much more secure and safe.